You spin me right around, baby, right around like a record player, baby, right around, right around. You spin me around, baby. This universe of ours. How is it going? I am your host, Jordan Taylor Masterlers, and this is the Stand Up Model Podcast. That's it. Just you, me, and this beautiful, beautiful day ahead of us, honestly. I'm actually recording at night, so it's actually the Sunday, March 7th, so Monday tomorrow for most of you people. Monday for me, for most of you people. Hey, what do you mean, you people? Tropic Thunder, best movie. Always feeling that. Where are we starting? We started. This episode, it's dedicated to a couple people, a couple things. One, it will be mainly dedicated to it's a National Women's Day tomorrow, right? And it's Women's History Month for March. And I would like to do some pieces on, and it's not hard because I'm super influenced by so many female figures, and I'm just gonna, dive right in. So this episode is episode 7, okay? And it's dedicated to, it's gonna be titled Improv, okay? And I don't know if you know what improv is, okay? And I'm just gonna a little basis of it. So improvisation. It's improv. You make it up. It's to just basically play it simple. It's more deep than that. And I first stumbled on improv when I was going to college. I still am, but my first year actually. Shout out Sharon for we had that story about Patrick K. Now this, right? And it's so funny because when the main rule in improv is just saying yes. It's actually yes and. So if someone comes up with an idea or a scene, like the backdrop for the whole shindig, you say yes and. You go with it. You go with the flow. You never say no. That's one thing you don't say. I actually remember being in it was like one of the last classes, and I was like, yeah, but you could say like I tried to be like, no, but it's like I didn't even know what I was thinking. I'm like the whole time. So that goes to show you, like, your boys out here just being a delinquent. And actually, because it's true, you never really know until you ask questions, until you put yourself out there. Like, it's not, it's not going to harm you, right? First attempt at learning, baby. Fail. Or first attempt in learning, sorry. That's just like that movie Dodgeball. Shout out Ben Stiller. W-H-I-T. Duh. He like misspells his name. Oh my god. I'm rambling. Okay. So first year college. Okay. I see this improv class. It's like kind of a improv club. Okay. And I'll shout out Kausar. If you ever listen to this, you changed my life. And she was the lead in the improv group. Like she led the exercises for the Sheridan the group. But that's where it started. That's where my love for this expression. It's a form of expression. It's an art form. I mean, it started me on this journey, like this I would call it a troupe because it was it's a class. So I was so inspired, and I attended a couple times. I missed a couple opportunities, but still went, right. I think it was like after a class of mine. It was on a Thursday. It was one of those busy days, but hey, we don't make excuses, right? Shit happens. It is what it is. So we just move forward, right? Just be the best possible you every day. And that's what this podcast is about, right? Stand-up model. Like, you're a stand-up model. I try to be a stand-up model every day. We can only just work on ourselves each day, each present moment, Always make a decision in the present. Always be present, And it just goes so funky from here because there's my college is right near a mall area, so class finished, and it was a Thursday, and I was gonna go to the class that evening, and I was kind of hesitant. I was like, "Oh, like, am I tired? Am I gonna be like even funny?" Because when I go to these things, I really like to tell I just like to make people laugh, and you know, I'm not one of those dinkuses that like just make up some stupid stuff. I'm like I'm realistic with it, and I just try and bring the most out of my members and myself. But so I was at this mall, like HMV. So I was like just chilling. I see HMV, and that's a place I'd go like a lot, and I just like scope out movies and like just things like that. Like not CDs, because I don't know if you're present in the last decade or so, but that's becoming not too popular. Shout out Spotify. Remember HMV? I have some notes here. The CD store, equivalent to Blockbuster. Oh my god, yeah. Those were the days. Friday night. Mine was Rogers Video, though. Yeah, shout out Rogers Video. Great times. Yeah, shout out video stores. But I came across this DVD at HMV. Sorry for rambling, but it's just there's moments like this where, and again, yes, and right, improv. That I found this DVD titled "The Second City First Family of Comedy," published by Acorn Media. Shout out Acorn. And I like heard of the Second City before, and then I bought DVD. I've seen it about five times, like more, 10 maybe, like, and there's so many stars, like not even just off the top, like Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Tina Fey. Okay, shout out Mean Girls. That was her movie. Her like big movie. She's still killing it to this day. I think her and Amy are doing the Golden Globes or something. Anyway, Mike Myers. Okay, that's Austin Powers. Mike Myers. Harold Ramis. I always get his name wrong, and he's such a legend too. He's written so many movies. Martin Short, Ryan Stiles, and this is like to name a few. There's shout out Catherine O'Hara, like Eugene Levy. There's so many more, honestly. I'm like forgetting like a huge amount. But even Bill Murray, and they went to Second City, Chicago, and that's like where it all founded. I think it was 1967 or 65. It was in the 60s where Second City in Chicago was founded. So I found this DVD, and I was like, holy cow. And I'm like, it's in front of me now, and I actually might watch it tonight, to be honest with you, to rekindle my love. A little page flip here. So where do you think this goes from here? I joined Second City, and because they got one in Toronto. I think it's Toronto, LA, Chicago, and there's another one, I believe. But yeah, LA, Chicago, and Toronto. So I joined. And I did acting 1. I did improv A, and because there's like A, B, C, D, E for improv levels wise. I did B as well. Yeah, and I did the stand up 1, and that was really like fulfilling too, and it just changed my life, to be honest. And like I can't wait to go back. I did Second City when in a time of my life where I was already like focused. I should have been focused wholeheartedly on my education at Sheridan, but that's unfortunately not my character. Like I always try and reach. Sometimes it's an overreach, right? And you gotta dial it back, right? Dial it back 20, bud. And you just gotta really like. And this has just become from self-analyzation, right? Because this is what the podcast is about, right? It's just about taking on the load that you need to. Just taking on what you can handle, taking on what's right for you almost. Because when you, and it's, you can say, oh, put pressure, and you just, you kind of like, you fumble or whatever, let's say. And I did, like, there's times, right? But you always have to kind of persevere, but when these fumbles happen and you like try and do too much, maybe that's, a sign that you are doing too much. It's not necessarily your time, maybe. So that's maybe like, that's my perspective, right? So I found like I wasn't super present in the moments I could have been more. And that's a regret, but you never have these regrets. You always have to kind of move forward, and I just can't wait to go back. Like, I'm shout out Second City Toronto, and one woman there. Every teacher was great, but one woman, one actress, Collette Micks. She taught storytelling. She taught acting. So awesome, and she's her warmth was felt by me, because like I was very curious, still am, and I would actually I'm planning to reach out to her to ask her a couple questions in regards to steps forward to become like an extra, like an acting extra, because I'm interested in just getting into the industry a little bit more. I've done open mics comedy, but that's something I'm not pursuing right now. It's more just right now I'm doing the podcast, right, getting the voice out. No one's perfect, and I found I've always throughout the years been a perfectionist, and that's a killer. And that's something I'm working on, really, just letting loose, right, letting it fly. Yes, and because when you just yes and, like, the world opens up, and I just want to really say I appreciate everyone at Second City and what they've done for me and my character, really, and they embraced. They really embrace everyone. I feel they're very positive. That's just my perspective, my views, my experiences. But also, so I'd like to just the names Collette Micks, sorry, which was my teacher. Precious Chong, shout out Precious Chong, and that's actually Tommy Chong's, Cheech and Chong. That's like her daughter, or his daughter. I didn't even know that until after. And she was super awesome. She did stand up one, she taught, and she's a dope. So shout out Precious Chong, Collette Micks, Precious Chong. And my improv teacher, I actually forgot your name, and that's my bad. But we're on the fly here, so I'm just going to move forward. And we're going to take it back, because remember that Sheridan group, that improv group I joined? So I like Kausar, shout out Kausar again. She recommended this book, and it's called Improv Wisdom. And it's the author is Patricia Ryan Madson. Okay, and this book, it's a real eye-opener, because it's not necessarily all about improv, but there's like these maxims, there's like these like steps, like rules almost, that she embraces. And the first one, there's 13, but the first being say yes. Okay, and I'm just going to read you a little passage. The world of yes may be the single most powerful secret of improvisation. It allows players who have no history with one another to create a scene effortlessly, telepathically. Safety lies in knowing your partner will go along with that. Life is too short to argue over what movie to see. Seize the first idea and go with it. Don't confuse this with being a yes man, implying mindless pandering. Saying yes is an act of courage and optimism. It allows you to share control and is a way to make your partner happy. Yes expands your world. And that was just from the first page of the maxim. But there's a maxim later in the book, I believe it's the 7th one. It's called Wake Up to the Gifts. Okay? This one hit home because